Good morning. Welcome to a very special virtual worship service for the Unitarian Church of Hinsdale. We're so glad you are here.
I do not know what life is, but I know that I am alive. I do not know what religion is, but I know that it is part of me. Whether we shall find the final truth of life and religion, I cannot say, nor does it matter. But let us be gathered here this morning, that together we may search and grow and make the best of both.
I invite you to get your chalices out at home or find a candle and go ahead and light your chalice as we light ours this morning. And as we do so, may this flame, symbol of transformation since time began, fire our curiosity, strengthen our wills, and sustain our courage as we seek what is good within and around us. I invite you to say our UCH covenant together. We promise to listen and learn together with compassion, curiosity, and an open mind. Engage in creating a warm and welcoming community. Work together and beyond our walls to address social and environmental challenges. And with our time, talent, and treasure, support our church and its mission. Good morning and welcome to our special time together on this Sunday celebrating our coming of age class. We are sad that we can't be with them in person so they could receive the huge hugs and congratulations that they deserve from a long year's work exploring and pondering and asking questions and figuring out how they want to relate to this thing that we call life. We give special thanks this morning to the mentors and teachers who helped them along the way, especially Mike Ferrando, Bill Wilson, and Pam Fodor. I also want to thank really quickly all the hardworking volunteers who helped make this online service possible, including Suzanne Williams, Kathy Salzano, Jean Schaefer, Jamie Passman, my co-leader this morning, Pam Fodor, and today, for his first time, Alan Budziak will be leading our hymns. So thank you, Alan. The church office will remain closed, but Pam, Linda, and Lily and I are going to be reached through our regular email addresses, and you're welcome to send things through the mail into the office as one of us goes in to check regularly. There are still a lot of things going on virtually. Each week, more things are happening, so make sure you check news and notes to see what's going on. Today, after the service, the monthly social or the quarterly social action committee will be meeting online. So if you had the link for that, please join us. And if you have something that you'd like to share with a group, maybe you're unemployed restaurant workers or healthcare folks or parents who might be going just a little nuts, you're experiencing it, chances are somebody else might be too and would appreciate a space to process. So go ahead and call Linda and see if there's a space and we can start telling people, and you can get together and talk with one another and share your frustrations and your triumphs. I'm doing a lunch with the minister time on Fridays. Be happy to have you stop by and just tell me what's going on in your life. And even though our kids have had to cancel their service trip this year, they're still selling plants to raise money for next year with the help of our wonderful gardener, Dennis Saget. So watch your news and notes to see how you can order plants and pick them up at the church. And finally, this has been going on for a while. So if things are getting difficult, if you need groceries, if you need a hand in any way, we have resources within the church to help our members. So please give me a call, give me an email, let us know how we can help you. That's what your church community is here for. Now, we're going to join our song leader, Alan, in singing our opening song, which is number 301, Touch the Earth, Reach the Sky. The words will be on the screen for you.
Touch the earth, reach the sky, walk on shores while spirits fly, over the ocean, over the land, our faith a quest to understand. Touch the earth, reach the sky, children ask the reasons why. In our lives the senses show, and by our love they learn and grow. Touch the earth, reach the sky, all are born and all shall die. Life's the time left in between, to follow a star, to build a dream.
When I'm traveling on vacation or going to seminars or trainings or to different places, it seems I'm always trying to pack my suitcase just right, thinking of every situation. But sometimes I end up unprepared for the circumstances I find myself in. Traveling to the mountains, which is my favorite place to go, means warm clothes for the evenings and cool clothes for the daytime, and must not forget a raincoat. But I'm learning just how important it is to pack lightly and only take with me the things that I really need. When the journey you venture on is a spiritual one, it's not any different from any other trip, even if you won't be going out of town. You still have to decide what important things you need to take along with you and pack in your suitcase. Being a Unitarian Universalist may mean your suitcase can be a bit bigger and perhaps a little heavier to lug around if you are not careful what you put in it. You can fit a lot of great stuff into a small amount of space if you consider carefully those things that you need the most. Just ask those people who go on wilderness journey trips with only a backpack filled with the essentials. I promise you, you will get your wilderness journey eventually. Being a Unitarian Universalist is all about choices. No one gives you a list of what you need to bring along with you or helps you to pack everything so that it fits neatly inside your suitcase. You need to decide what to include, and perhaps more importantly, what to leave out. And you need to make sure that the things that you do pack all fit together nicely with your other choices. You may find yourself along the road and come across something new that is important to add to your suitcase. Then you will need to decide if you must take something else out to fit these new items in, or whether you can squeeze everything together just right to make it fit. The choices may be nearly limitless, and just like when you travel during times of unpredictable weather, you may find yourself trying to prepare for every eventuality. But the best part of being a Unitarian Universalist is that those things that are your essential supplies may not and don't have to be the same as someone else's. But you can still make the journey together. So, what's in your suitcase?
Thanks, Pam. That's a great question. What do we need in our suitcases as we travel through life? Now is the time that we think about what is weighing or dancing on our hearts this morning. If you have an extra candle, you can light it now for those intentions in your heart as we take a few moments. I invite you to settle into your chair at home, take a deep breath in. Let a cleansing breath out. It is such a gorgeous summer or spring morning out there. So beautiful with the birds singing. If you can hear them, just listen and let that hopeful sound rest in your heart. We're going to take just a few moments to be quiet and meditate, and you can take this time if you want. Type your intentions or concerns in the chat line. If you type them in all capital letters, we'll share them aloud after the silence in the poem. I invite you to hold this space, listen to the silence, and just sit for a moment. Let there be a quiet time among us. Spirit of life in us and around us, here is our chance once again to live like we wish the world would live. May we find within ourselves the courage to be who we are. May we know when it is time to listen and when it is time to speak. May we trust ourselves to be the ones to find the words that need to be said or to do what needs to be done. May we trust one another and know that there are ways to go through life. There are many ways to go through life. May we know that though we cannot change some of what life gives to us, we can always choose how we deal with what we are given. I now invite Kathy and Suzanne to share any intentions that were shared on the chat line.
From Kitty, giving thanks for the beauty of the last few days and all the green and flowers. From Lisa, please keep my sister Joni in your thoughts. She is showing some signs of improvement. From Mike for the MacDad Kennedy family.
Thank you so much. And for all those intentions which have been thought in your hearts but not shared, we hold all of you this morning. Now we're going to allow Alan to sing Spirit of Life for us, and you can sing along from home.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
This morning, we are gathered to honor the hard work and accomplishments of our coming of age youth. Throughout the year, this group of young people has explored topics such as values, God beliefs, the 10 Commandments, and why bad things happen. They have forged a relationship with an adult mentor from the congregation and have identified their beliefs, for now at least. We have asked them difficult questions, and in doing so, have allowed them to firmly embrace their individual values and define what is truly important to them. Unfortunately, the year did not end as we had planned, but today is the culmination of this year's work. We are so proud of them and thankful that we can celebrate them today through our virtual service. Each coming of age youth has written a faith statement, which you will hear soon. Each statement is unique, and together, these faith statements celebrate the diversity of beliefs that make our Unitarian Universalism religion so rich. So first up, we are going to hear from Brianna Monroy.
Hello, my name is Brianna Monroy, and what follows is a list of things that are important to me. Music, art, people that I love, nature, laughter, poetry, happiness as well as sadness, light, rain and thunderstorms, love, and a drive to learn new things. Notice that God is not on this list. This is because I'm not exactly sure where I stand on believing in God. I was raised Catholic, and I went to church and Sunday school, but I never really felt like God made sense to me. It felt like the church was trying to force something on me that I barely understood. Take the Lord's Prayer, for example. They would make us recite the Lord's Prayer every week. If you're unfamiliar, it goes, Our Father who art in heaven, blah, 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 blah. The confusing words that made up the Lord's Prayer went in one ear and out the other. I pretended to be confident about God because that's what all the other adults were doing. but I wasn't built for Catholicism. This is why I feel that I fit so incredibly well into Unitarianism. At this point in my life, I'm happy to have faith in the little things, such as music and nature. I can't wait to see what the future holds, but currently I'm very comfortable with agnosticism. Thank you.
Ben Dvorak's second grade faith statement was, I believe that every person should be respected and have the right to have freedom. I also believe that every animal should be respected and loved. I like going to church to make new friends and to learn about being me. Ben, please share your thoughts from this year.
I'm Ben Dvorak, and I wrote a short poem about my beliefs. What do I believe in? I believe everyone should respect others and receive respect. What do I believe in? I believe people can love who they want to love without judgment. What do I believe in? I believe that all life started 3.77 billion years ago. What do I believe in? I believe that there is no higher power that can control everything. What do I believe in? I believe all creatures should be shown respect. What do I believe in? I believe that consciousness is not just an illusion of the brain, but something else. What do I believe in? I believe that all people have free will. What do I believe in? I believe people must change and evolve and not stay clung to old, obsolete ideas. What do I believe in? I believe the environment needs to be protected. What do I believe in? That questions all that makes us human. Thank you.
Henry's second grade faith statement was, my family and friends are important to me. I like coming to church to see my friends and to make my mom happy. I can make the world a better place by picking up litter I see and putting it in the trash. Henry's thoughts today are,
so I don't believe in God or a higher power. My beliefs go into science. I believe in science because I'm a visual learner and I don't believe in old stories. It just makes more sense to me that way. Since I do not believe in a higher power, I do not believe that people are punished for making bad decisions in life. Therefore, I don't believe in heaven or hell. I feel that people are punished for their own mistakes that come back to bite them. I think that good people have good things happen to them because the good they spread into the world, coming back to them, the same way as what happens for bad people. I believe in no afterlife, it all just ends. Sometimes I like to believe in reincarnation, but if I had to choose, I feel like I just enjoy the idea. Those are some things that I believe in. It's not much, but it's me.
Miss Johnson's second grade faith statement was, I'm not sure about my beliefs that are big, but this is what I believe in. Happiness. Happiness is free and everyone should be happy and healthy. Nature. When I take a walk, nature is pretty all around me. We have to keep it clean. Hope. Even when bad things happen, I still have hope and love. Equal rights. Everyone should be treated fairly, young and old, girls and boys, famous and not famous, rich and poor. Freedom. Everyone should have their own beliefs and speak their thoughts, even if they are different. Love and kindness. Every living thing should be loved and treated kindly. Justice. I don't like people dying at school or in wars. Be yourself. I can be myself with my really good friends, family, and at church. Miss Johnson's thoughts today are,
I have a few very important values and beliefs that are the foundation of my life. I most strongly believe in love, respect, honesty, and equality. The two most prominent values to me are love and equality. It is important to me that everyone is treated the same regardless of their differences. I also think that love is very powerful. To live a life without love from a person, animal, or something is just miserable. I believe that everyone should be shown love and kindness, and it will make our world a better place. I've done an immense amount of thinking if I believe in God or not, and the verdict is, I'm still not sure. I don't know if I believe in a formal God, but I believe in the universe. I feel like there's something out there. I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. I believe that overcoming obstacles in life makes you a stronger person. I believe that every single person has a purpose to fulfill during their life. You might not know what it is, but if you die without fulfilling your purpose, you'll come back to life to fulfill your purpose. Some people are on earth for important reasons, but some people are here just to enjoy life. I believe that in good in people and that humanity is not bad. Every person has a good inside them. For some people, it's just a lot harder to show because of certain mentalities or prejudices. In a perfect world, everyone will coexist peacefully, but we don't live in a perfect world. So we're left with what we've got. We need to use our resources to get along with ourselves, other people, and most importantly, our planet. It is important to me that as I grow old, I have an opportunity to visit beautiful places in nature before they're gone. The world has come so far in being accepting, but I think we can still do better. I want everybody to feel the opportunity to feel loved and respected growing up. As my speech comes to a close, I would just like to say thank you to everyone in my life. My experiences I've had has led me to be the person that I am today. I've had the privilege of being loved, respected, and cared for every single day. So thank you to everyone in my life who's provided me that opportunity.
Rafael Reyes's second grade faith statement was, I believe my family is important to me. I believe science can make the world a better place. And he will now share his current thoughts.
Hello, I'm Rafael Reyes, and this is my faith statement. Some of my values are my family, my friends, and this church. Every week, I try to come to this church, and even if we're out of town, we try to go to a church in whatever state we're in. Every day this year, I've looked forward to coming to this youth group. It's very exciting to learn about something new or continue what we were learning about the last week. My 10 commandments for living are, be yourself, try not to be like everybody else, appreciate what you have, live your dream, live your life. We are a community. We are one. We will always grow together. Even though people can say a lot of positive things, there are negative things too, but that's okay. We just have to fix them. We need to have hope. And last, even bad people have a good side, but we might not see it. Helping others is always a good thing. As a Boy Scout, I'm supposed to do a good turn daily. This can be picking up trash or holding a door. Why do bad things happen? Because people aren't perfect. There are some people out in the world that just want to make the world a worse place. Way down in their soul, they know how they have a little bit of guilt, and they know what they're doing is not helping anybody, but the urge to keep doing what they're doing just takes over that feeling. Take our president, for example. In my opinion, he knows that he's not helping this country, but it's just who he is that keeps him doing the wrong thing. I believe that history repeats itself. We have had many presidents that weren't so great. My death beliefs are, I really don't know what happens when you die. I wish I knew. But the thing is, no one has been able to tell us what really happens when you die. I want to believe that we can live another life, but no one can really solve this. My belief in God is a little complicated. I believe that if you believe in God, he can trap you in his power, making you believe that he is the one and only one God. It makes me look back at the Egyptians. They had many gods: Neb, Nut, the god of earth, and the god of the sun, Ra, and many more. The Egyptians didn't have to believe in one powerful man that ruled them. I would like to believe that there is a God, but science proves that there is no God. Things science can't prove is what people turn to God for. I believe that faith is a deep belief in something that you believe is true, like all people are good people and some make bad choices. What does it mean to be a UU? It means that you can believe what you want to believe without being judged. I believe that all the UU principles are important and that we need to try to follow them every day. I believe our seventh principle is the most important to me because it says we should care for our planet. Thank you.
Sean Lomasny's second grade faith statement was, I believe that we can plant trees and vegetables so people don't die. We can take garbage out of the sea so sea creatures don't die, and the world will be a better place. His thoughts today are,
what I believe in, a question some people can't even give an answer to, but I should be saying what I believe in. I believe in happiness, love, and humor, and any other things. I don't believe in heaven or hell. I don't believe in a higher power. I believe in facts. I believe in truth. I believe in doing the right thing is right. I believe in the health of the earth. The restrictions on us because of the COVID virus shows how humans really have an impact. I believe in the seven principles. Growing up as a Unitarian, I've learned to believe in them. The two that stood out to me the most were the first and seventh principles. If you do not know these principles, they are the first principle, the inherent worth and dignity of every person. The seventh principle, respect for the interdependent web of all existence which we are a part of. This has to do with equality, which is something I believe in as well. So what I'm saying is I believe in the right thing. Thank you.
Becca Snoffer's faith statement in second grade was, I believe I should always care for the earth. I believe I should love my family and friends. I believe I should always have peace and freedom and follow my heart and my dreams. Becca, will you share your revised thoughts?
In the past year, I've noticed that I've had to make a lot of decisions. These are decisions about who I want my friends to be, what I believe in, how I want to start shaping my life, etc. I found this pile of decision making pretty stressful, as anyone would. But thankfully, I spent over a month stuck in my house with nothing but my thoughts as company, so I had tons of time to think about my beliefs. I don't believe in God or a higher power. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think things happen because that's just how things go. I also say that that's how it works when bad things happen. They just do, and that's life, and there needs to be a balance between good and bad. That's not to say that the things that do happen aren't miraculous. In fact, I often find myself thinking about how amazing it is that things work the way they do, and that we even exist, if that makes sense. While this life is miraculous, I don't think a higher power is to blame. Another thing that we've explored in class is what happens after death. In the past year and a half, 2 of my grandpas passed away, so I have had reasons to think about what I believe on this topic. I don't believe that after death we go to a heaven or a sort of afterlife, no matter how nice that would be. I think we just die. It just ends. But we won't ever know it ends. It's one of those things that just twists your brain if you think about it too hard. Nonetheless, I believe it's my job to keep both of my grandpas in my mind and acknowledge them as though they are here watching, although I don't believe they're actually watching from above. As a Unitarian Universalist, I have values. My deepest values are: appreciate true friendship and make sure you show that you do. Be yourself for yourself. Trust yourself in the decisions you make. Know that things change and just go with it. And say everything you mean to say, because there's never a better time than now. I hope to always live by these values, and I'm sure I will add to the list as I grow up. Although our coming of age time together was cut short, I have truly valued the time I spent with my classmates, especially at the first retreat and messing around after class. I'm hopeful we can still have our end of the year retreat, but thank you to my classmates, my friends, and my mentor Tiff, who have helped me grow this year. I hold this church close to my heart, as I've been going here since I was very young, and I love how amazingly accepting and diverse this community is. I know wherever I go in life, I will keep our church in my heart.
Nora Provenzal's second grade faith statement was, family and friends are important to me because I enjoy spending time with them. I also enjoy coming to my UU church on Sundays. It is really a nice place to be, especially when I start the day off not as I like. I like to learn about the UU principles, spend time with my family, and meet new people. I think that we should be grateful for all we have, and I want to make the world a better place by taking care of our environment and by learning and growing to be a better person. Nora's thoughts today are:
one day, a long time ago, I thought that we as humans were constantly being controlled by a giant in the sky, almost as if the choices we made came from the brains of a giant. I thought that each giant was assigned a human to control the life of. That's when I started to try not to think about what I was doing and let the giants control me. Then, every time I thought I succeeded, I believed that the giants had made me move. I don't know if I believe in the whole giant thing anymore, though. Now I think that this had something to do with my beliefs when I was younger. In my journal, for writing everything down in, I was looking through it and I saw one part and I thought it was sort of funny. It was about these paintings that we painted, specifically called our artist statement, where we painted who we were. And from it, I wrote and quote, the statement inside my picture was random. I don't know what my picture would end up looking like, so my picture was a statement of confusion, uncertainty, and kindness. Now I think that kindness has absolutely nothing to do with confusion and uncertainty, and then this wasn't the question, but we'll go with it. Then there was another thing that I came across in my book, and that was titled Stuff to Help Me Get Through Tough Times. That list consisted of watching TV, music, running, and my dog Sally. First, there's no sign of family in there other than my dog. And second, I hate running. I think that my faith, which I believe I'm supposed to specify on, would be classified as unknown. Most of the time, my friends are the ones who push me to believe, and I go along with it because I don't want to hurt their feelings. But currently, I don't know a thing about it, and I don't really want to think too hard about it. I've gone along with other people with whatever. I've gone along with other people for so long, kind of my go-to strategy, which I would say whatever would please the person I'm with. I know that I shouldn't, but I don't want to offend anyone if I believe the opposite of them. If I were being honest, though, I would say that I'm still figuring it all out, but at my own pace. I believe in the people and the energy that brings us together, the earth and the work to take care of it, even though you might think this killing them with kindness thing is taking way longer than I expected. I can relate to that too, but I believe that kindness does work, but with a lot of time, that's for sure.
The final youth that we'll hear from today is Noah Kareem.
My main values in life are based around family, friends, and respect. Family is an important thing to me because they're the people that you spend the most time with and make the most memories with. With friends, they are the second most important people because they are the people who you spend lots of time with and make most memories with too. These are the people you consider your second family. Bad things happen because if nothing bad happened, there'd be nothing good in the world. Bad things happen to help balance out the world. For good things to happen, there needs to be bad things. I also think that when bad things do happen, it's a learning experience. There are many beliefs about what happens after you die. For me, I believe when you die, you go into your dream world where your dreams come true and you can do whatever you dreamed of. I also believe that when you die, you see what is happening in the world and you can see what is happening with your family. I believe that you're more looking over your family. Faith is a big part of religion. Faith to me are the things that you believe in that haven't been proven. Examples of showing your faith for some people are praying before bed, reading the Bible, and continuing to be involved with the church. For me, these things aren't my values or the way I show faith. The way I show faith is by continuing to share kindness and compassion for people and respecting the way people are. Being a UU can mean different things for everyone. For me, being a UU means being part of a community. This is a community full of friends and family who you can rely on. Another part of being a UU is you can believe whatever you want to believe without being criticized. In most churches, people worship God, but in UU churches, God is an option. In UU churches, people can believe what they want. For me, I believe in God, but not at some times. For me, God is a person that lets me stay connected to family that has passed away. For me, I have some commandments that I live by. These commandments help me treat everyone fairly and be kind to everyone. These commandments are that everyone is equal and everyone has worth and respect. Everyone should have justice and deserves compassion. Everyone should be accepted and encouraged by our community. Everyone should find truth in themselves, even if it isn't a God or a supreme being. Everyone deserves peace and everyone deserves respect. Thank you.
you've enjoyed these faith statements. Taken all together, these faith statements amaze me with their diversity, their thoughtfulness, their sincerity, and their passion for life. I must be sure to mention the adult partners the youth have had this year. Bill Wilson and Mike Ferrando are my fearless co-leaders. This is our 7th COA class, and I am blessed to have them to work with. And the youth and the congregation are lucky to have their dedicated commitment to this program. We would also like to thank our adult mentors. If we were in service together, we'd have you stand up and we'd applaud you and thank you for your loving guidance throughout the year. But alas, a special spoken thank you we'll have to do. Thank you to Tiff Schaefer, Jean Schaefer, Susan Mooney, Tim Mooney, Suzanne Williams, Dave Lloyd, Tom Brackett, Lynn Brackett, and Mike Pabian. I am grateful we are a church that celebrates the voices of our young people. Youth, we are a church that wants to hear your ideas and observations of life, and we welcome you into the adult circle of fellow journeyers. We will now offer you a rite of recognition. You can speak along. Parents, maybe you can speak this to your youth as well. We recognize you as our own. We celebrate your growth in body and in spirit. All people are journeying. We celebrate your start into the journey that will be the rest of your life. We care about you and we love you, and we promise to keep you in our circles. We cheer you and will remember that wisdom travels a two-way street, that we can learn as much from you as you can learn from us. The members of this church welcome you into this great circle of community. We want you to know as you continue on your journey towards adulthood, you are not alone, you are not alone, you are not alone. Congratulations to the coming of age class of 2020.
Yay, congratulations all of you. You did an amazing job. Can you hear? There's clapping going all across the city, all across the area. Everybody's going, yay. Thank you so much. Now we come to that time of the church service where we talk about how we bring all of our treasures together in order to do these good things in the life. One of the amazing good things we do is provide the coming of age program so that we can provide the space and the time for our youth to grow into the people and amazing people that they are, to grow into that with guidance and with love from our church. I'm going to invite you now to say our offertory words together. Even though you'll be sitting at home and you don't have an offering basket coming around, and you maybe are looking out the window ready to go out and work on your garden, still you can send in a check to the church office to cover your pledge. You can hit the donate button in our website. But please say the words with me now. This church is made up of all of us. It is what we learn together, the work we do together, and the fun we have together. It is what we share with one another, with the people around us, and with all of the world. I have to just share right now that we got some good financial news yesterday. The church has been accepted into the government's payroll protection plan and should be receiving a forgivable loan that will help us to cover payroll costs. This is really exciting, and thanks to the good work of our financial folks, Darren Howard, Steve Trout, and Lily Field, and some other folks that have all been working on this together. It can help us breathe a little bit easier in the short term, and we are so grateful. The work of this church is so important, and that days like today makes us equally remember how important and what important impact we have on the world. So thank you so much for your generosity. Now, I'm going to turn and talk to our kids directly. I am so proud of you. You are moving from the innocence and even not knowing of childhood into the world of adulthood. It is a journey that has hit a milestone for you today. But you know, it is a journey that's going to continue on for the rest of your lives. I remember wondering what I was going to feel like to be grown up. You know what? I was in my 30s when I was wondering that. All of our lives, we are growing up, we are gathering wisdom, we are sifting through those conflicting things, which the world tells us to be true, but we're not really sure about. All of our lives, we are becoming, never arriving at one particular point, but always evolving. That's one of the biggest secrets of adulthood. It's not an end or a destination, but it is an ongoing process. Each place along the line is only a snapshot, a brief moment that will inevitably give way to another moment, and then another and another. But you know what? The richest and most satisfying lives are the ones which never stop doing the work that you have been doing this past year. They never stop asking questions. They never stop wrestling with answers that don't feel quite right. They never stop looking to those who have gone ahead for hard-earned wisdom. And they never stop making that space, that time to listen to that still small voice inside, which actually guides us the best of anything in our life. You have earned your accolades today, but more importantly, you have hopefully learned a set of skills that will help you to continue and deepen and grow into the people you were born to be. Each one of you is unique and precious expression of this universe that will never, ever be seen again. Bring your best self to this world because we need thoughtful, enlightened, kind, and compassionate people to guide this world into the future. We need you. Now, all of us can join Alan in singing our final hymn, number 404, What Gift Can We Bring?
What gift can we bring? What present, what token, what words can convey it, the joy of this day? When grateful we come, remembering, rejoicing, what song can we offer in honor and praise? Give thanks for the past, for those who had vision, who planted and watered so dreams could come true. Give thanks for the now, for study, for worship, for mission that bids us turn prayer into deed. This gift we now bring, this present, this token, these words can convey it, the joy of this day. When grateful we come, remembering, rejoicing, this song we now offer in honor and praise.
We have a calling in this world. We are called to honor diversity, to respect differences with dignity, and to challenge those who would forbid it. We are people of a wide path. Let us be wide in affection and go our way in peace. And now we'll extinguish our chalice.
You can join and
We
sing the word.
extinguish this flame, but not the light of its truth, the warmth of this community, nor the fire of our commitment. These we carry in our hearts and share with all the world.
Thank you so much. It was great to see those pictures, and thank you, Jamie. It's always fabulous. We have one final reading as we leave together. Once upon a time I was, but now I am. Someday I will become. Once there was, and now there is, and soon there will be. And someday there surely shall be. Once upon a time we were, now we are, and someday, hallelujah, we will surely become. Amen, amen.